2016 and my boyfriend texts me and he's like, hey, I need you to send me your favorite and your dream wedding ring. And I was like, my dream wedding ring? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I send him my Pinterest board. I'm so excited. I'm geeking out. And he's like, I'm gonna pick you up at 6 tonight. I was like, okay. He picks me up, he has flowers, and he takes me to this fancy dinner, and then he takes me to the ring store. And we go to the ring store and he's like, I need you to pick out your top 3 favorite here and get your size of your ring. I was like freaking out. I was like, he's gonna propose to me tonight. It's happening. And after I'm done picking out my rings, he's like, okay, we're gonna go now. So we leave and I was like, what was that about? And he was like, Jessica, I'm gonna marry you. You are the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, no doubt. I already know, I've made my mind up, and I hope you have too about me. But this is gonna happen when you least expect it, and I'm going to make sure it is the most memorable day of your life. I only have one opportunity to do this right and do this big, and I'm gonna make sure it's the best moment ever for you and for me, and the moment that we're gonna tell our grandkids about one day. He's such a romantic. And so I was like, okay. Every single time he showed up with flowers or left flowers on my car with sweet notes, I always thought he was gonna pop out of nowhere and propose to me. He did this often, like just would show up at my work with flowers, surprise me with flowers all of the time. More flowers and nice dinner dates and no proposal. He took me out to dinner one night and he was like, I have a surprise for you. Put an envelope on the table, and I opened the envelope up. I was so excited. I was like, there's gonna be a love letter in here. I opened the letter and it is Disneyland tickets and a hotel weekend and everything in California, and I was so excited. He was like, we're going next weekend, and I was just like, he's gonna propose here. I know it. I didn't tell him I knew, but I knew, you know? So we road trip to Disneyland and we get there, and right when we get to the park, he initially asks, let's take a photo together right away. I was like, okay, you're gonna propose to me right away. Start the day off with a proposal. So we spend the whole day proposed in Disney, and nope, didn't happen. So the day goes on and we're having so much fun, and every time he asks to take a photo, I'm like, it's happening, and it doesn't happen. At this point, the sun is setting and there's this beautiful sunset, and we're just standing there looking at it, and he's telling me how beautiful I am and how much he loves me. And then he's like, can someone take a photo of us? And I was like starting to cry. I was like, it's gonna happen. And then we get this photo and it doesn't happen. And I start to think, okay, maybe he didn't bring a ring, and maybe this was all in my head, and I thought this is gonna happen all day. Kind of ruined the experience for me because I was so excited, and I started to get a little sad because I was also PMSing. He told that something was wrong, and he was like, what's going on? And I told him, and I just started crying, and he was like soothing me, and he was like, I told you it's gonna happen when you least expect it. Let's just go watch the fireworks and enjoy the rest of the day. I love you, I'm gonna marry you, but I just don't want you to know when it's gonna happen. And I was like, okay. So he totally made it seem like he wasn't gonna propose there. Like, I just thought it was not gonna happen. Then we were headed to the fireworks, and this guy asks a cast member to take a photo of us. The sun is already set, it's dark outside, and he goes to take a photo with me, and then he does this in front of Flo's gas station restaurant. Like, gotta love him because I was so shocked.